So let's get crafting, let's get going. So yeah, this is my Christmas planner, and it's going to be my December day by day planner. And I thought I would try and give it a go this year. I'm normally really busy in December, working at this garden centre that does Christmas in a big way where I work. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I thought to help me along, I would actually make some backgrounds to go into it. So I don't have a lot of papers, and I don't know about you. You know, I need some backgrounds, and it's nice to prepare for those backgrounds, isn't it? So I thought I'd do some backgrounds for this live. So it's more of a technique one. Thanks for the belated birthday wishes. So hopefully I can inspire you to, you know, create some backgrounds as well as using the pattern papers that you've got. So I did this for sort of front cover. It's all glittery, it's lovely, and this was from a Christmas crackers from a couple of years ago, and I just love that image. So this was like the top end. No, this was around the middle of the cracker, and these bits were at the top end. So I've joined it together by just adding this additional strip. And I thought, oh yeah, let's get started. Hi Sarah. So I've made a start, and then I had to use my favourite paper that I've got, this lovely rusty page. So I thought I'd use that, and I made a house because the first is going to be our lockdown. So we're supposed to be at home. I say it's supposed to be. In our household, no one's really at home. We're all working. All three of us are working. And my son's at college as well. So, and he works at the garden centre I work, and my husband's working. So it doesn't really feel so much like a lockdown in our household. But I thought, well, the first and second, we're gonna be in lockdown. So I thought I'd put some things in there and maybe have the second on this side. And then I wanted this paper as well to sort of tie in. So this will be the 3rd, December the 3rd, won't it? And I've just put some gesso on there just to hide some of that lettering, because I am using it upside down. Yeah. And then I just had a play with Festive Season, the stamp, with some silver embossing powder. I just thought I'll try and create a background with that. So this is another background idea, and I might well use it on that side. And I kind of got an issue with the December day by day. I'm so used to working with having the photos first. I think it's from scrapbooking, I don't know, but everything evolves around the photo that you're using. So I'm kind of struggling. I don't know what picture I'm going to use on what day. Maybe I'm looking into it too much. You love the corrugated house. Oh, thanks, Carol. So I just thought, well, I'll create backgrounds, and then I can always use that little strip die to put the holes in, because I don't know whether I want it there or I might want it on that side. I don't know. So I'm sort of struggling a bit, so I thought I'd just do some backgrounds and then I can decide later, but then perhaps I'm leaving myself too much work. I don't know. But see what happens. So I'll go for that, I think. So what I did first was I needed to know how big the backgrounds were to cover my planner. So I made a cardboard template. So this is a cardboard template of a page size, basically. And I've been using that. Let's put my planner to the side. So what I thought we'd do is I'll try and get in 10 pages with, 2 die cutting, 2 corrugated cardboard pages, 2 ones with sort of pens, 2 pages with paints. Take it from there. All right, so here we go. So corrugated cardboard. I just love corrugated cardboard. I'm like a magnet. I'm always cutting boxes up that arrive. Oh, Linda, you always start with a photo. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah. Yo, Naomi, you have problems beginning yours. Yeah. So maybe this will help you too. I know some people are so organised and they're planning their you know, their whole pages, and it's all beautifully coordinated with papers and everything. I really admire that. I think that's really nice. But as I say, I haven't got any of the Christmas papers or anything. So what I thought we'd do is cut out some corrugated cardboard. That's probably easier to use my scalpel. And we'll start here. So I'm cutting my page to size because I want to know where I'm working. Corrugated cardboard has two sides. It has a sort of a firmer glued outer side, which is this side, this surface here. And it also has a sort of weaker side at the underside. So on this side, I'm just going to be ruthless and try and rip into it some distressed areas. So it's a bit tough to peel off, but I just want to try and rip into it and reveal that lovely corrugated texture if I can. So I love using packaging. Make use of your packaging and get creative with it. That's what I say. And it adds texture. I mean, this is going to be a thicker page, yeah, because you've got that corrugated depth, but makes it all the more interesting, doesn't it? I'm struggling to peel this off. I'm making a mess everywhere. So I want to try and reveal some of that nice corrugatedness, and if you've noticed, I'm using it horizontally. Come on, where are you? I want more. That's good, that's better. Let's go this side. And we just need to colour it up a little. It is nice as it is, but I just want to colour it a little. Oh gosh. There's me wanting to go nice and quick, and I'm struggling to peel this off. Great. Well, it's getting there, it's getting there. That might be enough. You swap this on the floor. Might be enough. Just want a bit more. So I'm going to use some vintage photo because it's a nice colour, and I'm using the ink. Yeah. Get mad with it, ruthless with it. That might be enough. So I'm just going to put some vintage photo on my mat and give that a spray. Everyone's got a few inks, haven't they? Some of these inks. Pat that down. I don't want to get it too wet because I don't want to warp that top layer. I just want to give it some colour. Things never work how they want them to. Dana, you're right there. You're right there. Loving this idea. Oh, thanks. You might get it to work a bit better than me. So I'm just going to go in and rough it up as well. So I want that top layer to be a bit dark. There. Yes. Anything goes. I mean, I'm such a neat crafter. I find it so annoying. I don't want to be neat. I want to be sort of rustic and adventurous and sort of, yeah, artistic. But I struggle sometimes. Well, I do struggle. I'm so neat and it's so annoying. Okay. Right, let's go in now with some oxide. Brush corduroy I've got. Chucking the lid at myself. I didn't really need that much. Oh well. Let's get a brush. Let's get a brush. I want quite a stiffish one. And some water. Okay. And I'm just going to pick up some of this and just put it in the grooves. Just the grooves. I kind of want it to look like a rusty panel. that's perhaps the paint's peeled off of it or something, and it's revealing this hidden layer. So I'm just putting some of this brush corduroy in. I like the oxides, and I'm adding water to them because they do oxide, and I like that extra sort of colour that you get, that oxidey sort of colour. There, just colour that up. I'm not very kind to my brushes. And also, this is a good one, peeled paint. Give it a bit of green as well. Peeled paint in there. I like that sort of green, sort of rusty sort of colour. Well, it does when it oxides anyway. That's it. Anyway, you get the idea. You can have real fun with this. You can take it as far as you can. You know, you can really go to town with it. You know, you can rub in some colour as well. There, can you see that? It's like this bit here is oxidising, and you get that sort of turquoise colour. I suppose if I add some drops of water, it might make it. And you get an extra colour within there. I just like that. I think that's great. Okay, I'll get rid of this. So that's background number 1. That looks great, Sue. Oh, thanks, Els. That's good. And I've had a little practice of this. Of course, I'll need to be organised. I need to be able to show you, plan what I'm showing you. I know some people just do things, but I don't. I'm a bit more organised. So this is the one I did earlier. And I've mopped up my ink, but I think I then went into it as well with the oxide on the front there. But yeah, it looks like a rusty panel, doesn't it? I think so. That's a background. Put that to one side. More corrugated cardboard. Let's put my inks away. Put my water away. Yeah, this one. So I'm going to get the width organised here, and I'm just going to leave the top section. I'll just trim it along there. That's it, leave the top section. That's it. So that's the stronger front side, and now I'm going to work on the weaker back underside. So with this one, grab a sort of a blunt pencil. Thank you for your comments. Thank you. Thanks, Petra. Thanks, Karina and Emma. Okay, so I'm leaving this top section here because I'm having a little runway, and what I'm going to do here is create some lovely texture with a pencil. So I'm making a start here and then pushing down the groove. So I'm using the grooves vertically here. So I'm just having fun making these grooves with pencil. I can do, well, perhaps don't do every one. Make a gap. Make it sort of rustic looking and random. I mean, you can even add a bit of length to some of them. Yeah, it's so satisfying doing that. And then this could be icicles perhaps coming down, or skinny trees or grass. I just like that texture. And then what I did is I got some metallic gilding polish. Oh, never thought of doing that technique. I know, I kind of did it by accident in a way. Skyscrapers, that's good. Yeah. Distant cityscape. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then what I did was I got this out again. This is something I don't use that often, and I thought, why not? Because it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous gold. And then, oh, that's noisy. And then no one likes to see sort of cardboard colour, do they? So just blitz it with a bit of gold. I mean, embossing powders might be quite nice on here as well. It plays havoc with the sponge though. But I don't know, this looks nice and kind of Christmassy, I think. Cactus? Cactus, Jackie? What? Like loads of different cacti in the desert. That's an interesting one. Yeah, is that what you meant? What is the gold stuff called? It's gilding polish. It's great, isn't it? It's like a jelly, and it's so bright gold. It's beautiful, and it's by Cosmic Shimmer, and it's metallic gilding polish. And it comes with this sponge, so you can cover it all over, or you can gild with it just on the edge. So, why don't I use this more often? But you can paint it. I think you've got to be careful with paint, because this paper layer is quite thin, isn't it? And it might sort of warp. I need another paper wipe. Oh, it shines nice, doesn't it? So, and then you can trim it to your page size. So you've got some scope there. And then this is the one that I did earlier. So, you know, I don't know. I don't have to make my mind up which way I want to use it, or which side of my planner. So I've got it there ready to sort of use. I mean, these sometimes they might end up falling down back in, sort of thing, as it sort of folds into the planner, but it doesn't matter. I just think it looks nice. So yeah, background number 2, putting them over there. So that's the corrugated cardboard ideas out of the way. And next we'll have fun with paper, with scrap paper, because I've got so much scrap paper, and I thought I need to use this. Let's background with it. So what I've done is I've used my template to cut out a guide in just copier paper. And let's find some scrap paper. So I've got these, I work with quite a bit of coloured card, and I've got it in colour order in these plastic pages. So I thought, well, I've got a lot of blue, so let's have a play with some blue. Make sure the spare card goes over the width of your page, and rip it. Let's rip it. You like my glass mat? There's Tonic Studios one. I'm not a big fan of glass mats. I think they're slippery, noisy, cold to touch. But they were quite good, actually. Why don't I get rid of it? Let's get rid of it. It's good for the inking and making a mess, but I love my cutting mat. That's it, yeah. So let's tear some more. Ooh, what's this one? Let's tear some more. I mean, I thought this technique might be quite good with recycling the wrapping paper. Go for some patterned paper. Let's have oh, this dark. Yeah, that's a different colour. And it's nice to have all these different shades of one tone, I think. So I thought, yeah, this will be a good way to use it up. And I thought we'll just sort of lay them. I might just poke one at the top, so you get that nice raw edge at the top. And yeah, just actually I'll get a bit of paper to protect my cutting mat. That's it. And I've got some sparkly glue to go with it. So can you see just about see the edge? So I might just poke that at the top. But I was, when I was doing this, I thought, well, I have got pattern paper, haven't I? The only pattern paper I've got is the rusty weathered one, which I've been trying not to use because it's so nice. But I must have some scraps in here. I think I do have some scraps. Yes, I've got some blue scraps here. So, oh, look at that pattern going right across there. But I want a torn edge, so I might have to try and lose a bit to tear this. Let's try it with patterned paper. I can spare some of this, can't I? Yeah. So what else have we got? There's this one. This is blue. But I mean, this might not go now because I've got, these are beautiful rustic colour tones, aren't they? And I've got this bright blue panel, so I might have to leave that out. Love ECD papers, Belinda, they are, aren't they? Oh, you need more paper, Sue? I do! Oh, I do, Els! Especially that winter one of Els and Charlene's, that winter one with the lake scene and everything that you showed us recently. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I could use that again, couldn't I? Yes. Now, do you like, I was thinking, alternate it? One pattern, one plain. Does that look good? Or just all plain. I've got some more. I've ripped some more to prepare. Right, you can help me here. So all plain, different blues. Option A, all plain. Okay, got that. Option 2, alternate, patterned. Let's pick out some of these nicer tones. Alternated with, I've got some more blues ripped up. Alternate it, pattern and a plain. Option B, or just pattern. Forget the plain. But then I'm not using up my scraps, am I? Oh, I rather like that. Oh, I rather like that. Can you decide? I like the added alternatives. B, alternate. And this is C. This is option C. Is that too fussy? What are we good? Option 2. Thanks, Jane. Should we see that again? Oh, I started with a plain. Break it up a bit. And I won't use these bright blues because, nah. Let's keep it classy looking. Are we going for B? Mixed. Thank you. Okay. Let's go for mixed then, shall we? So then all you have to do is when you've got your selection of ripped little bits. Oh. Is that on the... Oh, I might have to do one of them. Oh, look at that. I mean, I'm feeling really brave here, ripping up this nice paper. But you've got to use it, haven't you? You do have to use it. Right, let's get this square because I want these nice and straight. I suppose I could have sort of angles, but I don't want it to look like the sea. I did have in mind sort of a cloudy day, really. I thought this could be like a sky, a grey day. I thought, yeah, that one. So I just thought this was a good way to use up some of that, some of those scrappy bits. And it's nice to see, isn't it? It's memories, seeing this beautiful paper as well. What have we got? That one again, go in again with that one. Okay. Thanks for your help. I think you're right. I think the mixed is good. Yeah. And that one back again. That's it. I'm doing it quite even here. I want that grey one. Where's that grey one that I used at the top? I need to have that again. I need to use that one and that one. That one later. I need that dark grey one again. So, I've got, there it is. That's it. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time, so I've got lots to show you. So that's an idea, and then what you do is you just trim it there, and then you can have it that way round or that way round, can't you? So let's put that away. Tidy up my blue paper. I'll just put that on the floor for now. Let's just floor that. I'll pick it all up later. So the one I did earlier was a different colourway. I just did plain because I just thought that was the idea that I had in my head to start with. So I just did plain hot tones. So it could be a fire, or my lounge walls are actually this terracotta colour. That's why when I did my corrugated house, I put this inside because this is my lounge wall colour. Yeah, so I did those hot colours there. Okay. So that's idea number 3. Yep. And then another torn paper idea. Let's get another use my stencil again and got another plain piece of what's it there? I want well, I did decide to use craft card again. I've got one of my planner boxes here with all scraps of brown paper. I love brown paper. So I've been tearing them into squares and bits. Look at this one with a bit of texture. It's just mad. I just love that. So I'm just cutting squares and rectangles this time out of this spare bits of packaging and brown paper, and just do a collage with these. And then I thought about the pattern paper idea again. So let's bring in the rusty weathered again. And I just thought, well, let's go for some hot colours this time. Got any spare bits? Oh, there's one. Yeah, let's use this one. This is nice. Why don't we introduce some of the hot colours? So maybe again, just option A, just brown paper. Option B, mixed. I have torn up some other pieces here. This is a good one. Where did that come from? That's quite a good one. Oh, I've just seen this. Oh, look at that. Look at that bit there. Oh, I've got to have that. That is corrugated paper. Let's have that. So, or mixed or all pattern paper. So yeah, just sort of stick these real randomly. Let's have that one at the top. Look at those lovely tones. It's very warming, isn't it? What do you think? I don't know. I quite like it. I quite like it all patterned. I've got some more of these. Look at that bit there. I just love that. This one under there. And then where's the glue? I might go for not mix this time. It's like making a quilt. Yeah, it is. It is. So but join these, glue these down, butt them up so they're, let's have that at the top. So they're covering the white backing sheet. I might tuck that under there. Let's have this one coming in here. That's it. Have this one. Ooh, too much glue. You don't have to glue all the edges down. It's probably best not to, and then you can sort of tuck things under. So just put a blob in the middle, because you can always secure it a bit more afterwards. We could have that coming down there. Hide that. We can have another one coming across there. You get the idea. You get the idea. Yeah. I love these hot colours. So yeah, so the plan of that was I just did a plain one, and I added brown paper as well, actual brown paper, just to mix up the colour tones a bit, to give some dark. And then I also added some stitching in some gold thread, which is this thread here, just to make it a bit more sort of opulent and Christmassy. This might look, oh no, wrong gold, isn't it? Doesn't look so good on there, doesn't really show up so well. So yeah, I might have to finish that, because that, I quite like the look of that. So this is the fourth layout background. Yeah, and again, you know, you can have it which way up you want to, and which side of your planner you like. Decide later. That's what I wanted to do, decide later. Okay, put my pattern paper away now and move on to die cutting. Let's go for some die cutting. Okay, right, I've decided to use, I've got another box. Great pages. Oh, thank you. The gold thread is gorgeous. It is. Yeah, thanks, Sue. Yeah, so I've got all my nesting dies in here. I'm going to go for the banner one. That's it. The largest banner. Used it already. It's falling out. And coloured paper again. I've gone for. So I'm just picking out some. See, look, I've got a brown packet. I've got a red packet. I've got all the colours. And turquoise. I thought I'd go for these sort of colours. Let me dig them out. So I'm going to go for some turquoise, some red. Let's go for a classy Christmas red and a tomato red, and a really dark brown. So grab a colour scheme of some coloured paper and cut some big tags. I don't know, a couple of each, something like that. And run them through. That's it, got that one. And let's go for a brown one. So we're going for something a bit neater this time, using up the scraps. Red one, you get the idea. I have pre-cut some. Ooh. It's difficult to do sat down. Shove this to the side. Right, I've got another template here. Just take that out of the way so we can see it. Another template from my template, another piece of just copier paper. And then I've got my banners, which I'm going to cut in half. I'm going to chop into these. That's it, let's just chop them in half, just to mix up the colours a bit more, because I'm just going to use these and stick them on. But instead of using them this big, see, I thought I'd interlock them like that. But I'm going to chop into them so I can just mix the colours up a bit more. I mean, I suppose I don't know what colours I want to use, because I don't know what pictures I've taken. But I'm just going with like a Christmas sort of colour theme. If you look on Pinterest, this is how I got this colour scheme. I just got the idea from Pinterest, looking at Christmas colours or colour schemes using red, that kind of thing. And then what I thought was we could add these, let's get them the right way round so they still are a banner. Add these, and don't have it centre, go off centre with this join line, just to make it a bit more interesting. And I've got some more. I've got some more here that I've cut up. So we'll go for a lighter red here. Let's move it over this way a tad more. That's it. So you can glue these down and it makes quite a nice pattern, I think. We've got a lighter turquoise. Oh, I don't want that. So organise where you want your pattern to be. So let's have that there. Let's have a dark red. Oh no, it's got to go the other way. You'll get the gist. So it's zigzag. So you create this sort of zigzag line. Let's have the brown there. That's it. Move it across a bit more. That's it. The brown there. Just random, really. Let's have the tomato red. We could have the tomato red next to there. We could have another strong turquoise here. Can bring in the brown again there. Glue them down and then you can trim. That's got to be the other way. There. There. Is that looking nice? Okay. So yeah, glue all them down. And I think it just fits. I think you just have to give it a little bit over the top there, just a tiny bit. And I think then it all fits in quite nicely. So that's one idea to use your die for your background. And the one I did earlier was different colours. Let's grab this one. So I've gone for real sort of this sort of Christmas. The two greens, a pale cream and a dark red. And what I did do is I didn't cut all of them. I left one. I left a random one, bent it over. And I thought that could be like a tab. So I did one either side in case I, wanted to have it that way on that side of my planner. Let's get my planner so I can show you. So I could have it, cut that one off, have it that way and have a tab there. Or if I wanted it that way round, I could cut that one off and that's a tab. Or it could be over this. Do you know what I mean? I can do what I like later. So yeah. And then I've just used copier paper so it's not too thick. And then I can back something else onto there. Okay, so that's idea number 5, I think. And you can do different colour schemes. I might keep this one. I might make this one and I've got the same sort of thing but a different colour scheme. With your large banner die. Okay. And then another idea I have is with this die here. These little trees. Oh, I like these trees. These are just so gorgeous. So that's all I'm using. So I'll put that to one side. My template again. And I've got some dark textured card. It's just like a sort of a dark greeny grey textured card. So I'm using that. Actually, I could butt it up to there. So I'll cut this out to my page size. Are you all still watching me? Are you all there? Are you all still there? I hope it's not too boring for you. Okay, so I've got that as my page. And then I'm going to bring the die cutting machine back in. Because I need to do some speed cutting now. So I've got me 3 trees. Oh, what? Oh yeah, there they are. So I'm going to stick these together so they take up as least room as possible. Maybe there. Let's have them on the reverse, shall we? Yeah, it's probably about there. Tape them together. This is a tip for speed cutting, like that. Right, I'm going for greens. I want all nice greens. So the muted green. I've got a bright green and a muted green bag. So I'll get me muted greens, and I go for some of these colours here. So we're just going to cut into our scraps with these 3 trees. That's it. Cut them. I've got my craft knife. Pull that off. And I'm just going to cut. I can just nip into the base and just flick that out. The bases aren't going to be shown, so I'll just dig into the base and cut them out. As quick as that, and then get some more greens. Run that through. You are tearing along nicely. Oh, good. Oh, good. Right, collection of trees. I mean, this perhaps isn't so quick, but it's easy and effective. And, you know, you could sort of easily do this. Let's have this colour. Listen to some good music and cut trees. Oh, it doesn't matter if you're late, Marga, doesn't matter. We're creating backgrounds, and I'm on my lost count now. 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th. I'm trying to get 10 in. That's what I plan. So cut loads of trees. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, got my tree die. Cut loads of trees. I've got more trees cut here. Grab your background and some glue. And we're going to stick trees. I just want a forest. I want a forest. We've got a hill nearby. It's covered in like fir trees, really, and some deciduous ones as well. So it looks beautiful. I can't show you because it's dark, but it looks really nice from a distance. Sometimes we go walking up there. So I just thought, well, I have to go walking now. It's probably best if I use a white glue rather than the glitter red one. So I must go for a walk up there just to get a photo to put on here. Gluing the wrong side. So make a tree line. I mean, you can use this one that goes in the back of the truck. Use that one as well because it's got a different pattern top, which is well designed. Thanks, Esther. And I'm using the sort of very muted colours first at the top here. Let's have one a bit taller. A little bit taller. That's it. Stick all your trees down. Just overlap them. Again, you don't need a lot of glue. It's quite nice if the tops sort of do what they like. Let's have this one. That's it. No, don't want too dark. Just stick with muted colours. And just make sure it goes over the page, but you know, just so it covers the page, and we can trim this down afterwards. So just go to town with these trees basically. Then you can start adding some other colours, and we can add brighter colours and darker colours like this tree to the foreground. So you've got a hillside, and this is my hillside that I created earlier. Move my mat there, and I just think, oh yeah, that looks Christmassy. Yeah, so it'd be nice to do a snowy version, wouldn't it, with all those lovely pictures that you're showing us, Els. Do like a snow covered one. Hi Laurie, is that Laurie Hughes, is that how you say your name? Raquel, hello Amy. So yeah, and I just thought that's a nice background. Probably wouldn't want to cover it actually. See, that's another problem, isn't it? You create a nice background and you won't want to cover it. So, and I just used the grey because I thought it like more of a winter sort of sky really. But then I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to trim it because I like the look of this edge. So I trimmed the bottom, so I'll trim it later when I know what side of the planner I want it to go on, and I might even trim the inner side and leave this. Yeah, so there's another idea with your die cutting. So should we do a recap? We've done 2 die cut pages there. We've done 2 scrap paper pages and we've done 2 corrugated cardboard pages. Do you want me to carry on? Shall I carry on? Because I was just going to quickly do some with pens and ink. This might not take very long. That's it. So let's get some, got some cartridge paper here. So this is sort of quite absorbent paper. That on the floor. Roughly cut a page width. That's it, or just cut it in half. So with this idea, I've just got some sort of inexpensive pens, really. They're brush pens. The nibs I've used a few times, and they sort of disintegrate a bit. So why not just use the ink from them? So we'll do that. Scribble some. Actually, let's make it the whole page. Might as well. So the whole page will fit on there. And they're water-based pens. It's just a way of using up stuff that you perhaps you don't think, oh, I don't really want to use those because my lettering's not going to be as good. But yeah, just use the ink. Give that a spray. Blot it with the paper. That's it. Get some colour on there. Give it a few blots. Just pick up that ink. It's not doing the edges, okay. And then wipe that up. And then what I can do is put some splashes on there with water. Fine splashes as well. That's it. Let that ink move around. If we dry it, that helps the ink move around. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Oh, I'm not plugged in. I'm not. Sorry. There. That's it. So this could be frost, or you can do it all colours. Just using up the ink in your pens. And then there's a background. You could splash it with white paint afterwards. So you get that sort of, I mean, you can do it with inks as well. So you just get that. And I did it in purple. So here's a purple one. It almost looks, yeah, it looks a bit frosty, frost-like, that one. And this one I've then added splashes of ink as well over the top, so that's a really quick background. So I'll keep the purple one and put this blue one to dry. So that's another one. And then another idea I have is with heavier watercolor paper. This is a 300 GSM, and we're going to give this, show it more water, so go for a heavier one. That's it. And a black pen. Now the good thing about inexpensive black watercolor pens is that they're not quite so black, and they're made up of other colors. They don't just stay pure black. Yeah, it is a good way of using up your old pens, Jackie. Yeah, so you can draw other colours out from the black. So scribble some black and give it lots of water. And then with your 300 GSM watercolour paper, just show it the I don't know, a third of it. Probably haven't got loads of water. Use loads of water. Show it a third of it. So you kind of get this sort of effect where you get this nice delicate sort of half here, and then we just dry that. And it's thin blacks, so it's kind of looking sort of grey. I'll wipe this and do it again. That's it. What the bottom. Show that a lot more water. That's it. And then go in again. Hopefully that's dry enough. Go in again, but not so much. More water. I want it really watery. And what we could do is go into it with a brush as well, and just create that sort of border line. I don't want it sort of rough, I want it all smooth colour like that. So it just creates this. The ink sort of collects at the edge there. That's nice, that's really collecting. And then you get this very fine darker line. That's it. So I'm layering this one up just at this bottom third. There might be enough ink there to go in again. Use plenty of water. Can you still hear me with that going? Sorry, it's so noisy. So go in again and not so far. I don't know if it's doing it. I can just show it some more water. Let that ink collect. There it is at the bottom. Come on. Move to the top. Move to the top. If you splash like I've just done there, then get some clean water and just quickly dab over it and just pick it up with a clean kitchen roll. So then dry that layer. And just keep going so you get all these nice transparent, translucent layers. It's a nice effect. I really like this idea. So I did it before, and it sort of come out like this, and it almost looks like a distant lake. Or use it this way, it could be stormy clouds. Ooh. So yeah, and I actually did another one as well. I did one with sort of less room. I just think that's really nice. Again, I'm going to struggle to cover that up. But yeah, really effective. So use your inexpensive black sort of brush pens, and you get all these greens are coming out. You know, you get all these sort of purple tones as well. Really nice, really like that. Oh, I've just got another one to show you. From the previous effect, I've done it with different colours, different colour blues. So yeah, you don't have to use just the one colour that I did here. Use some different colours. Yeah, so really like that. So that's another idea. Put that on my windowsill to dry. Are you all right for two more? Because I think that's 8. Are you up for 2 more? We're just over the hour now. Hopefully Facebook will allow us to keep going. Do you want to see some more ideas? Watercolour paper. Let's get some just average watercolour paper. I really like this Hobbycraft one. I think I use this a lot. I think it's really nice watercolour paper. I got a big bit and a little bit. Okay, just the paints. Let's get the paints out. Use our paints this time. Ooh, upside down. Let's get the paints out. And let us I don't know. Let's go for some greens this time. I'm just doing some paint drips. So you don't, you know, it's not painting, it's just getting some water and blobbing some colour at the top. That's it. Wipe it off with the brush and then just adding loads of water and just letting it drip. Just letting it drip. Pick a different colour. Add some colour to the top. Wipe it off. Add lots of water. I mean, it's nice when it comes and joins this drip because you get different colours then. I think that's quite nice. That's it. Add some more colour at the top. Anyone can do this. More water. You can even encourage the drips. Let's have 2 drips on this one. Add more water. Get it to drip. Send the drips back up again if you want to add darker colour. Let's have another lighter one at this end. That's it. So it's not really painting, but you're using your paints. So, you know, you don't have to be an artist. Just put on a bit of ink with some water. There. And I just think that, let that dry. And I just think that's, you know, quite effective, really. I've got some splashes there. I might like to just take them out. It's just, that's my neatness. Why not? Why not leave the splashes in there? See, I'm just getting annoyed that there's splashes in there. It's just me being too neat. So yeah. And then what you could do as well is you could join the drips at the bottom, allow them to drip all the way down. Maybe encourage this one. That's it. And maybe one more to join the bottom. There. So that's another idea. A drippy idea. And I did it in blues and purples and pinks. And I did quite a few drips. And then here's another idea with some different colours. I actually wiggled the paper a bit, so the drips have gone a bit haphazard. But yeah, I just think that's quite nice. Again, you can have them, drips have got to go downwards, haven't they? Yeah, they've got to be this way round, but again, I can decide which side. So yeah, drippy technique, that's number 9, I think. So we'll use that one and then put this one over to dry. And one more. Are you okay for one more? This is going to be fun. You'll like this. Right. The good thing about Else's paints, they come out. These little sections come out. Let's make use of this. So take your paints out. You could probably still do this technique with other paints, I should think. That order, put them in a nice order. Yeah, let's go with that. Put them together in a line like that. Give them a good spray. Spray these beauties, get them all soft and agitated with the water. Perhaps I should have done this earlier, actually, because I think if you leave them for a little bit longer, this technique might work better. So yeah, there you go. So I'm using a whole sheet. I'm going to use a whole sheet this time of this inexpensive watercolour paper. It's not too thick either. You don't want it too thick for this technique. Give the paper a spray. Again, you don't have to be an artist. You didn't realise they come out. Yeah, and this comes out and then the individual little bits come out as well. They come out. I'll tip it upside down and there's like a little hole where you can press them out, but I can't because I've sprayed them with water. But yeah, so you can reorganise them, the order of them. Yeah, so I'm going to put in a bit more water. There. So what we're going to do is paper upside down on the paint. And then we're just going to press into the little palettes one by one. press the paper in and pick up that colour. That's it. This is a bit crazy, colourful idea, but sometimes Christmas is, isn't it? We've got some coloured lights out in the back garden. They're like the bulbs, classic bulbs. They're all multicolours, so I might take a picture of them and use this background. Okay, so the water softened the paper, so hopefully it won't crack when you press it into these individual paint palettes. Maybe a good idea to do it when your paint's quite new as well, otherwise if the paint's worn down a bit, you might be pressing it in further and it might crease the paper, tear the paper. Okay, shall we have a look, see what this looks like? Take it off. Ta-da! Look at that. Put them to one side and then give them a spray. Give these a spray to liven them up on your page and let the colours run. Spray it either side and then just tilt your paper. Look at that. This happy accident's happening here. That is just lush. Some colours are moving more than others. Whee! And then leave that for a little bit, let them drip. And then tilt it the other side and let it run that side. I didn't do this with a whole sheet before. I did it with a smaller sheet. Oh, look at that, that's gorgeous. And the good thing about these paints is you've got a row of green, you've got a row of blue, you've got a row of red. So hopefully you can try and keep those colours either side. Let them run. Go right off the page. And then run it the other way, add more water. That's it, get it all to run. You know, this looks beautiful. This really excites me. I just love this. You know, and you don't have to be a professional painter or any good at painting. Just dip your paper in the paint and tilt it. All the blue's starting to come now. Yeah, I just think that's lovely. I just love colour, and I just think Christmas is all about all sorts of colours, isn't it? You just got to be patient and let it do its thing. I might turn it round and give it a spray this side as well, just to get these drips to run. Yeah. So that's idea number 10. Let that dry. And you've got another quick, easy background. There, and I did a couple earlier. I should show you. Look at this. So, and I mean, where's my well, let's get this. I mean, you can just use that as a strip. How nice is that? Just like those soft watered down rainbow colours. Or use this strip. See, I struggled. I thought I needed to trim this down a bit because I did it bigger. Here's my template look. And I thought, oh, I don't want to trim those bits off. So, I don't know, I have to do something with it. Either, yeah, perhaps cut it in half that way and use this. So I thought if I did it on a whole A4, I could maybe do a double page, or I can decide which bits to use. And then this one's, what I did with this one is that I got the paints back in and a brush, and then I wanted it deeper colour. So then each one I painted a bit more on there and sprayed it again and got really intense colour. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's fun. It is really good fun. Yeah, so, you know, this might, I mean, I'm okay with seeing these little squares, and it has embossed it slightly as well, which is quite nice. I'm okay with seeing that. But if you're not, if it's not quite as attractive, then you know, you can cover that with a photo or something else and just keep the edges. So yeah, so that's idea number 10. So have fun creating some backgrounds. Let me get this out the way, and we'll just do a recap and bring them in again. So there's painting ideas, there's inky pen or ink ideas, we've got our die cut ideas, there, our die cut ideas. No, there's the die cut, that's the torn paper, and then the corrugated ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ideas to try. Have a go at some of them, have a go at all of them. But hopefully there's some inspiration there. Oh, you're still watching, Janet and Jackie. Thank you. Thank you, Gillian. That's a nice thing to say. Thanks, Linda and Robin. Thank you. Thanks for, being here for over the hour and, supporting me and, yeah, being there with me. It's lovely to show this to you, on this lovely group of ours in this ECD community. So yeah, you don't need to have a lot of products. It's nice if you do, but make use of what you've got. I need some more products, that's for sure. So yeah, thanks, Emma. Glad you loved watching that. So I really like this one. I think that might be, this one and this one may be my favourite. They look nice together, don't they? Well, I might have to put them in my planner side by side. Yeah. I mean, maybe, Elsie's lovely photos has inspired me to do this, perhaps, with all her beautiful trees. Sometimes you don't know where your inspiration comes from, do you? But yeah, get your scraps out and your old paints and pens and make use of them. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And yeah, let us know, share if you have a go at these ideas. And maybe, hopefully, if I have time, hopefully I can finish these pages off and do a flip through in my champagne, was it champagne, this colour, champagne planner, do a flip through with however many pages I get to do in the end. So yeah, so thank you. All right, I better say goodbye and let you enjoy the rest of the afternoon or eat your dinner and have a good evening. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care, speak soon, bye.